we're talking soup today.
We are. Chef Charles is here, and he's busy making that soup, aren't you, Chef?
That's right. Yeah, we're going to get started here. We're going to do a spicy black bean with chicken chorizo. And what I've done here is sometimes you can have the chorizo and uncase it and grind it up. But I like to leave this in chunks for this particular purpose. So we've got the chicken chorizo in there. I want to let that get going for a little bit. That way some of the fat renders out, which will then go through and flavor the whole chili. But once you have everything, once this goes here, I like to have everything kind of prepared. It's called mise en place, which is just French for having everything ready to go. So I've got chopped carrots, onions, celery, and sweet peppers that are going to go in here. I also have some fresh chopped tomatoes.
That is a colorful dish there, Chef.
It is, and you know you eat with your eyes. A lot of times you see the food before you taste it. So I like to put my spices in now so it gets a little bit of that fat. Your spices are fat soluble, so they'll render down and season it all the way with the fat. That's the way you want to do that there. I'm looking at about a tablespoon per. I've got chili powder and cumin, and then a little salt and pepper.
Now, a lot of people associate soup with colder weather. What makes these summer soups?
Well, you know what I like to say to those people is, do you only eat cold food the rest of the year? You know what I mean? Everybody's like, I can't eat chili during the summer. Well, what do you only eat sandwiches all year? Right. So soup is for any time. This is fun. It's festive. We got some cool garnishes over here with it as well. So, and this is something you can have ahead of time, have your garnishes out, and let your family and friends kind of build their own soup, right? Or build their own chili.
Yeah.
So this is all coming together here. But while this is doing this, we always wait till the very end to taste, but I think we should taste now for you guys.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Thank you so much.
I've got a ready batch here.
There you go. So that's the finished product.
This is the finished product here. It takes about 30 minutes or so to all come together. I'll finish it up over here for the camera. But now you're welcome to put on what you like. I've got some shredded cheese and some scallions. And then we have our Hartwell's Premium Fire Roasted Chili Ranch, which I'll put right there.
Oh, I got to try this ranch. Where can we get this?
That is, we can find those in Needler stores.
Okay.
And you can also get it directly from us. So please feel free to reach out through social media. We can always set a time for you to come down. And we have about 15 different flavors. And the stores don't all carry them, but we can certainly get them for you.
All right.
Well, it smells delicious here, Chef. It really does. So. All right, Kayla.
I already. It's burning my hand.
Oh, my goodness. This is wonderful.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I mean, even though it is summertime, it is still wonderful. Doesn't matter how hot it is outdoors.
Right, it does. And I think that's just something that people say and everybody kind of follows along with.
I agree.
That ranch is fantastic.
Thank you. I get bushels of fresh chilies in, 3 different kinds. We grind them, roast them off, grind them up, and then we make the dressing with that. So it is absolutely the real deal. Coming back to the soup here, I've added some fresh chopped garlic. I'm going to add a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. And then I'm going to add about the equivalent of that in water. I like to buy all of my stuff, if I can, with either no sodium or low sodium, because then you can always add, and that's one good way to control your ingredients, right?
Yeah. And soup, I think some people, I guess depending on what you put in it, it can be known to be very high sodium, unhealthy in some ways, but then you've got soups that are absolutely healthy. What's the secret to making a soup really healthy? Is it the sodium that's the biggest concern?
You know what? It's being a conscientious shopper. I thought about this yesterday when I was walking around the store. That's where I get a lot of my ideas. I'll walk around the store and go, oh, I'll do this. And so if you're a conscientious shopper where you look for no sodium, low sodium, buy fresh vegetables instead of canned, things like that, you can really control what you eat. And then what you find is you don't end up using as much salt as you think. You know, once you've kind of taken it off your palate, you don't use it the same. So here I just have 2 cans of cooked beans, and they were actually no salt or no sodium beans. So what's
the biggest mistake that people make when they're doing this? Too much salt, you think, maybe?
I would think so. And also, I like to wait. I like to put a little seasoning in. You layer the seasoning, and then you taste it at the end, because you can't take it out, right? You can always add it, but you certainly can't take it out. So if you just do these steps and do it like that, you'll find that you have a much more refined, finished product, and it's not overly salty or overly peppery or over any flavor. You know, you're kind of blending it all together. So
what I love about soup, it reheats really nicely.
Oh,
so
it's
you can
just
make
better.
this at the beginning of the week. Rest of the week have leftovers.
That's right. You could bake potatoes the next day and put this on top of that.
Ooh, now that's nice.
Yeah, so
idea.
it's certainly you can use it for multiple purposes here. But you see how fast this comes together?
Yeah.
We would just let it cook for about 15 to 20 more minutes, and then you would have a complete product. So,
Chef, this is amazing. What are you making next?
Next, we're going to have gazpacho with a grilled Havarti and sopressata sandwich. With
Gazpacho. I love saying that word.
Very right.